We're back after over 2 months. Hello everyone, welcome back to another broadcast of MH Trains News. We've got a lot to catch up on, so let's get on with it. Coming up, disaster strikes as we recap on all 3 derailments that have happened over the past few months. More capacity for northern commuters as the Class 350/2s have a new home. And Train Sim World and Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor fans get hyped as we prepare for Dovetail Direct 2026. And welcome back to MH Trains News after a break period from the series of over 2 months. Starting it off, as mentioned in a recent community post, content on the channel will be stopping for a short time later next month. Here's what's going to be happening in a little more detail. So, the start of college is approaching, so it's going to be a big time for me. So, I just think it would be best to take some time away from the channel to get settled. Anyway, from the 7th of September to the 24th of September, I'll be halting content on the channel to allow me to settle into college. And next up, the one thing that keeps appearing and never goes away, derailments. There have been 3 very serious accidents since June, the most notable being the June 15th Bedford collision, where EMR units 36115 and literally brand spanking new 810015 had a very serious collision just south of Bedford railway station. 116 people were injured, so my thoughts are out to them and those who are in fact still recovering from this incident, and also the colleagues, family and friends of Sean Burton, the East Midlands Railway driver who tragically lost his life. And there have been 2 other serious derailments in the past few months, so let's move over to them now. The next of those derailments literally just happened this month, being the August 13th derailment between Haywards Heath and Lewes, where the rear 3 coaches of a southern service from London Victoria to Eastbourne derailed and slid down an embankment between Haywards Heath and Lewes. 54 people were injured, but unlike the Bedford collision, fortunately, there was no loss of life in this accident. And we have found out what caused it. This was severe buckling in the track because this derailment did happen during a heatwave. Anyway, let's move on to our final derailment, which ridiculously happened the very next day. And the final of those 3 derailments is the 14th of August Wickford derailment. There were no reported injuries in this collision. Well, no, derailments. But we have received reports that the unit has made it safely back on the rails without any serious damage. Anyway, on from derailments now, and let's move on to our next topic. And next up, good news for commuters with Northern. Looks like all 37 of the former London North Western Railway Class 350/2s will be transferring to Northern, following the fact that they have been in storage now for more or less a year since they were withdrawn from service with London North Western Railway. So, these are going to apparently primarily be based on the Liverpool Lime Street to Wigan North Western, Manchester Piccadilly to Stoke-on-Trent, Manchester Piccadilly to Hadfield, and Liverpool Lime Street to Manchester Airport services, and also being rolled out on a handful of services between Hazel Grove and Blackpool North, so it'll be nice to finally see that service return. Anyway, onto a darker topic about this. It will very sadly mean the end for the Class 323s. At the time of this recording, 2 323s have been withdrawn, with the rest expected to be out of service by next year. And the first 350-2 from London North Western Railway is due to enter traffic with Northern by early next year. And next up, big news for Train Sim World and also Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. Tomorrow, it is Dovetail Direct Summer 2026. In this, they will of course be sharing the future of Train Sim World, and it's about time this happened, since the game has been pretty much dead since its release back in March. Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor has also been confirmed it will have its own segment in Dovetail Direct, where they will be sharing more information about the future of the game. Anyway, watch Dovetail Direct on the Train Sim World YouTube channel tomorrow on the 25th of August 2026 at 9 PM. And finally, we haven't had any news from Stepford County Railway since I covered the release of version 2.3, which was actually in the first broadcast of MH Trains News back in January. But not even a year after 2.3's release, the development team have already confirmed version 2.4. Of which in this update we're going to be seeing quite a lot of station upgrades as well as remesh trains. Remesh trains include the Class 720 and 730, the Class 143, Class 170, Class 171 and Class 168. And a remesh of the Class 380. And 2 new trains for the updates have already been confirmed in the form of the Class 144 for Waterline. And literally earlier on, looks likely to be the Class 93 for Stepford Connect. And station upgrades include minor upgrades to Lynn by the Sea, and also a full upgrade to North Shore. And we've noticed an interesting pattern with all the sneak peeks, where the tracks have not been visible. So this will finally mean that we are getting mesh tracks with version 2.4. It's been nice to get another broadcast of MH Trains News out there to all of you. Anyway, thank you for watching this broadcast of MH Trains News. Join us on the 5th of September for a very special train spot. And join us on the 26th of August, where we'll be covering everything announced in Dovetail Direct. Anyway, until the next video with MH Trains, remember to like and subscribe.